Hello everybody, my name is Sophia and welcome to my channel called Bottlenose Cactus, Bottlenose Cactus, la la la, where we do everything arts, everything in science, everything in between, and also a few other things too. Like this episode, we did vocabulary words. Now before we get started with our 5 vocabulary words and a story in 5 minutes, I'd like you all to like and subscribe and check out the description below. Okay, so let's get started. The first word of the day is hubris. Hubris means excessive pride, like lots and lots and lots of pride. One sentence that has the word hubris in it is the woman's hubris stopped her from seeing how mean she really was. The second word of the day is pensive. Pensive means you're thinking very, 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 very hard. And a sentence featuring pensive is the kid was very pensive while taking the test. The third word of the day is magnanimous. It means very generous or forgiving. An example of magnanimous being used in action in a sentence is the little sister was very magnanimous in sharing treats with her siblings. Isn't that just sweet of her? The fourth word of the day is dire. It means extremely serious, kids. Anyway, so an example of dire being used in a sentence is the town was in a dire situation once they learned that a fire was coming to them from across the woods. That is a very, very dire situation. It is also a very scary one to think about too. The fifth and final word of the day is soliloquy. This means to speak one's thoughts aloud. I heard the girl say a long soliloquy in the locker room once she failed to make the baseball team. Isn't that sad? I hope she makes it next time she tries again. Okay, now it's time for my favorite part ever, the story! Okay, now let's get into it. A long, long time ago, there lived a magnanimous monarch, but he wasn't always this way. Let me tell you about a time when he was cruel. The monarch in question however, thought he was generous and forgiving, longer than he actually was. You see, his hubris thought he prevented him from seeing his true nature. Monarch Nathan thought he was kind because he gave 1 ounce of water every 3 years for each of his subjects. Come on, dude. Anyway, he taxed people to no end, even on something as simple as collecting seashells. Shore is taxed for some weird reason. The absolute worst thing he did, however, was when people would ask for help, he laughed and threatened to banish them. However, that all changed after his sister, Princess Sophia, took charge. After seeing firsthand what her brother did and hearing a long soliloquy on how great he was, she couldn't take it anymore and stood up to him. This is what she said. Look what you're doing, brother. You're throwing your land into a dire situation. People are starving and thirsty. But the donation, he stuttered. Sophia raised an eyebrow, went to get 1 ounce of water, and lifted it up to the monarch. Duly noted, he confessed. Anyway, then she pleaded, Nathan, please share the kingdom's wealth and resources. Then your family, the kingdom as a whole will be happy. The king fell into a pensive mood. Then he finally agreed. From then on, the kingdom and the family, but especially the brother, lived happily ever after.
We're so happy.
Okay, I really hope you liked the story. To me, the moral was you shouldn't let your hubris get in the way of being humble and accepting like the prince did. Since his hubris kept him in the way of seeing what the kingdom needed, the kingdom was in a dire situation for many, many years. So try to be magnanimous and humble and kind where you can. I think that was the moral for me. Like and subscribe and check out the description below. Okay, yeah. We're done with the first vocabulary episode ever!